Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am rushing out the door right now as we film because I need to get to work, and of course, as usual, I'm late. But I had gotten some stuff on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I don't remember, from Kiko Milano that I used today to get ready to go to work. And I just wanted to film it so that you guys can see how the products work. So if you want to see how I got this look and what I used to get this look today, just stay tuned, and that'll be coming right up. At the end of that part of the video, I will be back, probably in different clothing and tired as hell, to let you know my thoughts on all of the products that I used today. It is, I want to say it's about 4 o'clock, so I should be back probably about 11:30, so I will see you guys then. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another one of my Black Friday hauls. I got so much stuff between Black Friday and Cyber Monday that I can't even remember what I got when, but I want to say this is Cyber Monday because I got it, and I got it at the same time I got the Ulta stuff, and this came before the Ulta stuff came, so I want to say this was definitely a Cyber Monday haul. But what I'm talking about is I got some stuff from Kiko Milano. Kiko Milano is a brand that I really don't see on YouTube or on blogs very much, and I don't know why, because it's a really, really good brand. It's an Italian brand, and they make literally everything. They make foundations, eyeshadows, lipsticks, blushes, highlighters, pretty much everything. Yeah, they also tend to work with a lot of European designers, some architectural design, some fashion designers, some interior designers, so their packaging is usually to die for. Like, they have these really cute limited edition packaging for some of their lines. Like, they debut stuff like at least twice a month, and I used to buy from them a lot, but it's so hard to keep up with them because they always have new things dropping. However, I want to say maybe a month ago I went onto the website and they had debuted, they have these things called smart palettes. It's like a system that they came out with about maybe about a year ago, and two new smart palettes called the Cult eyeshadow palettes. And the first one, 01, I think it's called, I want to say it's called, I don't know, I can't remember. I'll try to put it in the description box below, but it is an all matte palette. And it's not a warm palette, and it's not a cool tone palette. So it's a pretty good mix of colors. It looks like this. And like I said, Kiko Milano is it's an Italian brand, and if you know anything about Italian eyeshadows, they're some of the best made shadows on the market. Like, a lot of companies like NARS and sometimes MAC, I think, as well. I know that Hourglass, a whole lot of companies, a whole lot of high-end luxury brands like Chanel and stuff like that have their shadows made in Italy, and usually the shadows are very, very soft. They're very, very pigmented, they're buttery, they apply well, they're smooth, and these palettes are really no different. There are only two for the Smart Cult palettes. There's this one, the matte one, and then there's 02, which is a full-on shimmer palette. And that one looks like this. Once again, it's not a cool palette, it's not a warm palette, it's just a really, really good mix of both colors. Actually, you know what? The Sparkle palette, this one right here, might actually be more cool tone than the matte palette. The matte palette has some warm shades in it, but surprisingly enough, their warm shades, I love about European shadows is that their warm shadows I can actually wear, because for some reason their warm shadows are not red-based warms, they're brown-based warms, if that makes any sense. So they don't make me look like I got punched in the eye. So I got both of those two palettes, and then they debuted new face palettes that have a blush, no, they have 3 blushes, a bronzer, and a contour powder. And I got, there's one for fair to light skin tones, there's one for medium to dark skin tones, and there's another one for dark to very dark skin tones, which is number 3, and that is the one that I got. and it looks like this. What I really appreciate about this palette though is that it's not the typical brown girl colors that you get. Usually in palettes that are made for darker skin tones, you get a range of plum, burgundy colors, some variation in all those three colors. I appreciate that this palette gives me choices. I have a red, I have a deep pink, and I have a peachy coral, or is that a coral shade? So thank you for that, Kiko. Thank you for giving me choices other than plum or burgundy. Like I said, Kiko is a brand that I shop from a lot. I haven't in a while, simply because they were debuting so many things that I was getting overwhelmed with getting stuff all the time, so I had backed off for a while. But when I saw these palettes, I had to get them because, number one, I had never gotten eyeshadows from them before. I've gotten blushes, I've gotten lip products, I've gotten foundations, and everything that I've tried has been actually really, really good quality. So when I saw those, I wasn't afraid to pick them up. I was just waiting for a better palette to finally come along. So when this one did, I jumped and I got both of them, because the palettes that they had before usually like quads or something, and I'm not really interested in like a foreshadow palette. To me, that's a waste of time. I want something that I can play with. So when I saw those, I was like, yes, finally mine. Okay, so this is the sparkly palette. I really can't remember the name. This is number 2. I think it's called, you know what, I'm not even going to try to remember what it's called because I truly don't remember. I'll just put it in the description box below. But this is number 2, the sparkly palette. Yay, sparkles. And then one more time, this is number 1. This is the all matte palette, and these shadows are, oh my god, they're so soft and buttery. Like, ugh, they annoy me that they're so good. So the Smart eyeshadow palette, the Smart Cult eyeshadow palettes, they're $22 a piece. The Smart face palette is $25, I believe, and I'm going to show it to you again because it's pretty and I want you to look at it. So there, look, beautiful. Okay, what I'm going to do is, it is nighttime. I have already come home from work. I wore these shadows out today. I put them on at about 4:30. They're still basically going strong. The blush is also still going very strong. It is after 1 now. I started doing this video at about 1 o'clock. It's probably about 1:30 now. So what I'm gonna do is, I did this look today on camera before I went to work, so I could, so I could show you guys how the shadows blend and stuff. By the way, they blend really well. Like I said, Italian shadows, man, unsurpassed quality. I did have a little bit of fallout with some of the shimmer shades. You'll see that because I'll be inserting pictures in the end as well. So yeah, I did have some fallout with the shimmer shades, but beyond that, it wasn't terrible. So what I'm going to do right now is, I'm going to show you this look that I created with the shadows earlier this evening, and then at the end I will come back to tell you about the performance, the longevity, and insert some pictures. So if you want to see this look that I created here using the shadows and the face palette, stick around. Alright guys, I'm back. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning. I got home probably about 20 minutes ago. I haven't really done anything. I've just been kind of sitting here trying to like decompress or whatever from the day. It was a pretty horrible day. However, I wanted to give you an update on the Kiko Milano products that I used for this look today. And as you can tell, brows are a hot ass mess. The lipstick is definitely gone. However, my eyeshadow still going reasonably strong. Of course, there is some fading. There's always going to be at least a little bit of fading. But yeah, still going reasonably strong. Blush is still going pretty strong. I'm going to insert some pictures as well so that you can see better what they look like. I mentioned that these are the very first shadows that I had gotten from Kiko. I had gotten other things like their foundation and their blushes as well. Some lip products, but I had never actually used any of these shadows. But I wasn't afraid to get anything because everything I've gotten from Kiko so far, with the exception of a couple of foundations and a couple of highlighters, haven't let me down. So I'm not really surprised to see that everything is still going pretty strong and still looks almost as good or exactly the same as when I first put it on. So my verdict on these new Kiko Milano Smart Cult palettes: 2 thumbs up. They're only, I want to say, they're only $22 a piece, so they're not that expensive, and you get 12 shadows, I believe, for $22, and they're Italian-made shadows, so, you know, they're pretty damn good quality. I've had this on for 8.5 hours, and this is what it still looks like after 8.5 hours. Everything is pretty much still there. It's almost exactly just as vibrant as it was when I first put it on. So yeah, for $22, I've paid for higher end shadows that did not last even 4 hours, and this is still going strong at 8.5 hours. Plus, the blush is also still going strong at 8.5 hours. About picking up 1 or 2 of those face palettes or eyeshadow palettes, the Smart Cult palettes, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and do that. Okay guys, well thank you for watching my review and demo, my little demo of the Kiko Milano Smart Cult eyeshadow palettes and the face palette. And I hope it was informative and helpful, and as usual, I will see you in the next one. Bye!